So it looks like the app we've been hearing so much about from Arcade1up actually released today. I downloaded it, I checked it out, and I'm going to share my findings with you guys, and that's all coming up right now on Bill's Retro Gaming Show. Alright everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscription button. Click the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I put up a new video. Give this one a thumbs up and leave a comment below if you want to be part of the conversation. So like I said, it looks like the app that we've been waiting for from Arcade1up actually released today. Didn't really even see any notifications or anything that it was available. Just noticed it on the Google Play Store, decided to download it and give it a shot. And like I said, I'm going to share my findings with you guys. Now, as far as I'm aware, you can download this if you're on Android from the Google Play Store, if you're on an iPhone from the Apple App Store. So either way, you should be able to get access to this. Just search for Arcade1up and you will be able to find it. Now, before I get too far into this, I do want to say that I actually had a completely different video set to go today on a new pinball machine that's coming out soon. That video will drop tomorrow, Wednesday probably, because I wanted to get this out to you guys a little bit sooner. So keep an eye out for that as well. But let's dive in and let's take a look at the app. Alright, and this is it. This is the app from Arcade1up. The first time that you download this and log in, you will have to set up a sign-in for it. I decided to just go with my Google account. You can use Google, you can use Facebook, you can just use an email address, set up a password, all that kind of usual stuff with these apps. So just whatever works best for you, go ahead and do that, and you can sign in. Now there's a bunch of stuff here. Let me start off. This is the home page here, and here's where it will show you the games that you have based on the cabinets that you have decided to add to the app. So far I have added one just to check it out, and it's the Atari Legacy Tempest Edition. And you can see along the top here that it lists the games that are part of that. Now as we go through this, this will probably, oops, I did not want to go that far, hang on. This list will update as I add more cabs, so we will get into that in a second. But also on the home page here is where you will find the latest news from them. So, maybe this is their way of keeping people up to date with the latest news, because let's face it, the news on their website hasn't always stayed up to date. Whereas this looks like it's pretty well updated, so this is pretty good, including the latest thing on February 24th, which is these updates that went out to a bunch of different cabs. And it's pretty much what we suspected, is that a lot of these cabs that are Wi-Fi enabled got functionality in order to basically be working with this new app. Now if I go into the cabinets that I own, like if I go into the Legacy one here, you will see a picture of it, obviously. You will see the list of games, and I can click on any game I want and go into it, and this is Asteroids here. There is a section for leaderboards. Now the Tempest Legacy that I own is not Wi-Fi enabled, so there are no leaderboards on it. So what you're seeing here is based on my guess, the Centipede Legacy, which was the first one that they had that had leaderboards on it. Now whether or not this will continue on, like let's say they introduce another Atari Legacy later this year, maybe a Missile Command. How this will work in conjunction with that, I don't know, if the two just sync up and it's one shared leaderboard across multiple cabs. That may be the case. Maybe we'll figure that out as we look at some other things. But they show scores based on arcade settings or based on any settings. Although that does not really seem to update, does it? So that may be something that they need to work out. All right, so going back for every game. Now, leaderboards will only show for games that have leaderboards. So, like, for instance, if I had, I was looking at Dragon's Lair earlier on here, which is not a cabinet I own, but I threw it on here just to see, and there is no button for leaderboards because that is not Wi-Fi enabled, obviously. But for each game, you can see game layout. So it will show you a little bit of information about the game. So I actually have my phone linked to the computer to show you guys this, so I'm kind of scrolling through with the mouse here. You can get tips on gameplay, and you can get interesting facts on gameplay. And then for this particular game, it shows you all the cabinets that have this game on it. All right, so going back to the cab again, and we go down the list of games. Now, a couple of interesting things here. I'm going to get to this in a second, but they have assembly instructions. So, now you have a digital version of the instructions on how to assemble the cab. So you don't need to hold on to the paper ones anymore if you don't want to, or if you lost them and you need to take it apart and put it back together for whatever reason, you can get access to it here. Same thing with the owner's manual that tells you a little bit about, the games on here and how to play them, how to move around the menus, so on and so forth. They've now digitized the manuals that come with your cabs, and they're available through the app, which I think is actually kind of cool. Now, this is something I found very interesting. This is register for an extended warranty. Now, I haven't done this yet because I'd have to go look it up. But if I enter my serial number from the cab, or scan the serial number and the purchase date, as well as whatever the purchase location here is, which I guess in this case is region, not necessarily a particular store, and then submit it, theoretically what will happen is I will get an 180-day extended warranty on the cab starting now. At least that's what it appears to be. Now, could there be a thing here where it will say, no, your cab is too old, you don't qualify for this warranty? Maybe. I haven't tried it yet, but this is here. Now, interesting thing about this, I know some people have been talking about, I've seen some videos related to the T2 update, and how a couple of people have talked about the fact that it bricked their cab. Not everybody. If you go check out my buddy Stephen Haywood, the Tech Buzz, he did the update. He had no issues with it, and I know other people have had no issues either. But if you check out the Garage Gamer, he had a problem with it. Now, I think it was him too. It was either him or somebody else who actually reached out to support at Arcade1up, and they basically told him he was out of warranty, and while they would send him a new PCB, he was going to have to pay for it. So I don't know if that's something new that they're doing or whatnot. So I'm wondering if you can get an extended warranty through this app now, and if it's just, because they're launching this app that they're doing this, that that is something that people could do right now and add to their warranty. Don't know for sure. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to check that out yet, but as we go through this, as more people get into this, as we find out more information about what is going on with this app, maybe that's something that people will bring up and we can find out more about. All right, so moving on, let me go back here. And the next thing I want to do is I want to show you how to add a cab. So it's just as simple as clicking on the button and finding the cab you want. You can search, or you can just scroll down until you find it. Now, another cab that I own is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So let's find that. Here it is right here, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So I will click on it and I will add. And boom, added. Now it's going to ask me if I want to register for that warranty. See, register for a 180-day extended warranty. Just 3 easy steps. So I'm thinking this means that as soon as you register, you can get access to that. So I will come back to that later. Now, if I go in again here, it shows me the cab. It shows me all the games. And, of course, I can get information about the games. Oh, look at that. No leaderboards for Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Gee, wonder why. Game layout, game tips, all the same stuff that I showed you before. And, again, assembly instructions, owner's manual, all that good stuff. So now if I go back here, again, now on the top here, I should see, see all of my games are listed. Looks like they must show them like in alphabetical order or something. So there you go. So it's just as simple as that to add a cab. Now let's move on to the app. If I scroll over, I can get a list of all the games that they have. So like, let's say I wanted to know how can I play Big Buck Hunter? Well, Big Buck Hunter is on the Big Buck Hunter Pro Arcade Machine and Big Buck World Arcade Machine. Blah, 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 blah. Say that 10 times fast. So you can find out, what cabs have what games. Now, one interesting thing, let me just go back for a minute to the cabs and whatever. One of the interesting things I noticed is that there are some interesting omissions here. For instance, basically, the only thing you can add to this now are the upright cabs, the 3/4, the Pros, the XLs. They do not have partycades on here. They do not have cocktail tables on here. They don't have the Pong Pub table. Interestingly enough, I just got the new Star Wars, and that is not on here. If I search for if I search for Star Wars, I am only going to see the original ones that they released. It does not have the new one. So there are some omissions on this, which I'm assuming is something that they will add as this continues. So moving on again. So back to the games. Already basically showed you this. You can click on a game and you can find out which cabs that game is available on. All right, so moving on, you have a community tab. Now, community tab is where you will be able to keep friends lists. So you will be able to chat with people. You will be able to add friends to it. Again, you see, I still haven't had a chance to do this yet. And if you go to Explore, you can find other people who have downloaded the app and presumably add them as friends. Oh, look, there's OTG. Bunch of different people here. Oh, there's Moat. I just saw Moat. There's Welcome to Die. UAG's on here. So a lot of people have already figured out that there's the Cornercade. A lot of people have already figured out that this app is available. Garage Gamer, definitely noticing a lot of people on here. So there's definitely, there's P-Dubs. There's John D, Travis, whole bunch of people on here already. So there's definitely some people I'm going to have to add to this for sure. But, you know, there you go. All right, and then there's a section for notifications where I guess they will put news and different things of that nature. Oops. Sorry about that. Hang on one second. All right, again, so if you go to notifications... you know what? I think that's probably because it wants to open up. I think this is probably trying to open up the website, and because I've got the phone linked to my computer, and I'm doing it this way to show you guys, it's just not quite working right on here. But if you're in the app and you click on this, it's going to bring you to the website for posts. The same thing is true actually if I go to FAQ. So I'm not going to do that yet. I really hope that they add some stuff directly into this, because the FAQ that's on Arcade1up's website isn't the greatest. I would definitely like to see them make that a little bit more robust. Again, same thing with shop. If I click on shop, that's going to bring me to the Arcade1up website where I can see the different things. Again, contact customer service. So a lot of this is going to bring you to the different sections of the Arcade1up website that they already have set up for these things. All right, there you go. That's going to do it. I just wanted to put that out there, let you guys know that the Arcade1up app is now available. You can download it for your iPhone. You can download it for your Android phone. I'm assuming you could put it on an iPad or an Android tablet as well. But that's up to you. And that's basically what it has in it right now. So now you know what the app is all about and what's there. I'm sure that they will add to this as time goes on, but you know what? For a start, it's not bad. It's pretty interesting being able to keep track of your games, being able to see the games that are online, being able to see the leaderboards right on here without having to go to the cab. Hopefully, they will keep updating it with news more so than they do on their website or through any other mediums, so that we can just keep abreast of what's going on with different things would be good. The friends list I think is going to be kind of cool. Be able to chat with your friends and be able to say, hey, let's jump online, let's play together and things like that. So you know what, I think it's a pretty good start. It's very interesting, and I hope it does well. All right, that's going to do it for this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a great day.